Well, with the main eventer tonight, Dimachki, Ray, of course, it's been a bit of a long journey back into the ring after a hand injury, but you're back tonight. Main event, great show. How you feeling?
Oh, look, I'm feeling really good. Feel a bit nervous, but happy nerves, it's good. I did break my hand. I was meant to fight Phillip at the Evolution show, and I broke my hand, unfortunately. And now I'm back, and got to settle the score, got to get back to business. So, feeling good, feeling real good.
Of course, Phillip Salisa, a real tough campaigner, a real journeyman, and someone that's always hard to stop. But of course, last time on Fox Sports, we seen you with that big overhand right, finish your fight very early. Is the hand skill something that you're going to rely heavily on against Phil, or are you going to change your strategy knowing that he can take a shot?
Look, it's just whatever he's vulnerable for, I'm an all-rounder, so, if he's vulnerable for leg kicks, I'm going to take his legs out. Hands, if his head's open, then I'm going to go for that too, but just whatever really, mate, but yeah, my strengths are my right hand,
All right, it's good to see you main eventing. It's a big show, a lot of crowd support always for you, of course, and we'll check your fight out very soon, and wish you all the best.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, guys.
Well, with the man of the moment, also main eventing tonight, Phillip Salisa. Phil, of course, the Fox Sports viewers would have seen you on the Evolution Melbourne event, in which you really had a war on that show, and that was meant to be the fight against Ray Dimachki. Tonight, that fight has been matched. You are the main event. It's a big event for you. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel good. I've trained hard for this, so should be no surprises. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Oh, good. And James, of course, James Rosa, Phillip's a trainer. We have a popular Ultimate Fighter trainer. James, your preparation for this one, of course, Ray Dimachki, big bombing hands, a very powerful, aggressive fighter. What sort of training have you implemented for Phil for this one?
Yeah, basically we put Phil on a strict diet from his last fight to this fight. He's dropped about 10 kilos from his last fight, where he's run out a bit of steam. This fight, he's been sparring the likes of Andre Munier, Mark French, a few of the other boys in the gym. So, mate, we've come prepared for war, yeah? So, mate, let's bring it on, yeah? Get it on. Mate, ready to rumble, brother. That's it. I'm pumped. That's good.
Of course, last time out, when you fought Nuggets boy, Cedric Congager, Cedric, a big powerful hitter, big low kicks, that doesn't seem to faze you at all. What sort of thought process do you put together when you're fighting such an aggressive fighter? You maintain your composure so well.
I feel the hard work's done at the gym, so if it's not done there, you're gonna stuff up when you're in the ring. Cedric was a good fight. It was my second fight, and he's ranked top 10 in Australia. So I was honoured to fight him and get this one out of the way and hopefully get a rematch. So see how we go.
Well, certainly after that fight, any fight's got to be a lot easier. Tonight is going to be a tough fight. Of course, Ray, with a lot of crowd support, but you also, I'm sure, have your contingent from the West. It's going to be a great main event, folks. We wish you guys all the best, and we'll see you in centre ring.
Thanks very much. Emma.
Centre's Team Ultimates. Phillip Salisa, trained by James Rosa, makes his way to the ring. A moment here for Salisa. In only his 9th fight, he brings a record tonight, 4 wins, 2 draws, weighing at 101.8 kilograms. And what an ovation indeed. Ray Dimachki, weighted at 102, undefeated 5-0, 4 knockouts, trained by Kelly Safe out of the XFC gym. Hugely popular in this part of town is Ray Dimachki. And all Melbourne battle and all suburban battle, East versus West.
Just massive crowd.
East side.
It's a massive crowd support.
Turn those 3 fingers sideways.
And this is two great fighters. Still my favourite fighters on the local circuit, on the Melbourne Victorian circuit.
Indeed. It is main event. Modifying kickboxing rules with knees. 4x2.
He's away 101.8 kilograms. Stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. And hailing from Clifton Hill. Tonight, we're in white shorts with a bronze trim. 8 fights, 4 wins, and 2 draws. The reigning IKBF South Pacific Super Heavyweight Champion. Introducing the Samoa Express, Phillip Salisa.
situation for Dimachki. Steve Irvine, the weapon, Kelly safe in the corner. Bryce Burgessel.
Okay, guys, I spoke to you guys and understand the rules. I have no questions. All right, this is K1 rules. Listen to my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. All right, no wrestling. Good luck.
Kickboxing with knees, limited grapple in our main event, 100 kilos plus. Phillip Salisa out of the blue corner and Ray Dimachki out of the red corner. Dimachki back after 9 months off with a broken hand, and the time for talk is over. Michael Chabello, Mark the Hammer Castellini with you.
We can probably announce that Dimachki's still, that hand's still not quite right apparently, and he's going to want to be in full operational working order against one of the toughest resolved fighters in the game, Phillip Salisa. As we saw Phillip have an absolute war in that Evolution Melbourne show against the King Vega. He's a fighter that just won't drop Salisa, and a champion both in and out of the ring. Actually, both these guys are in the ring, great resolve, great knockout ability, and power outside of the ring. Just really nice people and great human beings. There's been a lot of talk about this fight, a lot of trash talking going on before this one. It's East versus West, and it's all down to this now.
Nice uppercut from Dimachki. No, Salisa's got those big leg kicks.
Got his leg check working well, Dimachki.
Nice high right round kick there from Phillip Salisa. Jab two from Dimachki, very quick. Inside leg kick, right hand from Dimachki. Leg kick here from Salisa going to that lead thigh. Takes the chin in. Very tight does Phillip Salisa. Good outside leg kick from Salisa. Uppercut, inside leg kick. Nice work from the Team Ultimate Fighter as Dimachki fires a front kick. Checks the low kick into the first round. I like the way this fight is going. Tempo set very early from two big men.
Well, you'll see from Salisa, you'll see him warm up as the fight goes on, and you'll see Ray just consolidate with his power base. His hands are really on tonight, working the uppercut and the hooks through nicely. Good handing work from Dimachki, and of course Dimachki will be back again fronting on the next Shamrock promotion, August 29th. So he's got to get through this one here tonight against one of the fighters with the toughest resolves that you will find on the circuit, Phillip Salisa. Salisa, I said, starts slow, winds up, and really wears his opponents down because they give it their all, and he is still there standing always at the end, a real journeyman, and one of the toughest opponents you'll face for Salisa.
Big leg kick from Salisa. Inside leg kick, caught the knee, goes to the outside fire again. Dimachki's lead leg is taking some punishment now, and he curves the overhand right Salisa. Dimachki tries to catch him with the uppercut on the ropes. This crowd rallies every time Dimachki comes in close and lets those hands loose. Fantastic main event here. Good front kick from Salisa, digs the toes into the bread basket. Dimachki, overhand right, going for the cranium cracker. Front kick off the ropes from Big Razor Ray Dimachki. Dimachki off to his right. Salisa chomps him with the leg. Tries to hook him off the leg glove. And Dimachki another nice head kick. Pulls the head down. Knee opportunity. Not coming for him. No chance for the big bok choy. They reset themselves. Salisa wants to thump the leg. Boom, he goes again. Dimachki checks it nicely. Solid timing there from Razor Ray Dimachki. Salisa steps through knee. Tries to curl the right hand.
I'll tell you what, after 9 months out of the ring for Razor Ray, he's certainly moving okay in the early rounds, but he's used to knocking his opponents out early, and I suppose the difference is going to be if Phillip is still there in the latter rounds, or else Ray
Dimachki. That was a very good round for Phillip Salisa. Chomping down that lead leg of Dimachki. A very entertaining main event. And Shamrock Promotions, Kelly Safe, Peter Hatton needed only to have sold the edge of the seats here at the Springers Leisure Centre, because a sold-out crowd is on the edge of their seats.
Also, Shamrock amassing another great card for the 29th of August. And Razor Ray is going to be fronting on that one as well. Maybe even for Salisa, who knows?
Third round of 4. Salisa comes out jabbing, so too Dimachki. Overhand right from Salisa. Ooh, Dimachki just powered that piston of a right hand down the guard. Good outside leg kicks here from Salisa.
That is very much Thai style, Dutch style fighting, where they whirl the leg kick and answer with solid right hands and left hooks. So Dimachki, but he's got to be careful because Phillip Salisa, obviously doing a lot of rounds with big Andre Nuno, and Andre, one of the most powerful and agile heavyweights on the circuit, doing a lot of rounds with Phillip Salisa down at the Ultimate Hoppers Crossing. So Phillip will be well prepared to wear the big shots and counter with those thundering low kicks that he possesses. Ray doesn't want to take too many of those low kicks because it will stifle his movement and of course his flow with his hand skills.
Salisa overhand right. Dimachki looking for his chance. Salisa checks the low kick. Dimachki's got that right hand cocked and ready. Now he fires it, but it falls short. Salisa winds up the leg to the body. And been busy, these two heavyweights. Good outside leg kick again from Salisa. Then goes to the back leg of Dimachki. Then he goes upstairs, Phillip Salisa. Slinging the legs here.
You've got to remember, Michael, of course, a kick always scores higher on the judge's scorecard than the punch. So Ray needs to bring his legs into the game as well and start to work that round kick at least to the body of Phillip when he overlaps, maybe set up his hand attacks with a leg inside thigh kick, round kick, and then change his levels from kicking to punching. He's heavily reliant on his punching and needs to bring the kicking skills in a bit more.
From Phillip Salisa. 1 round remaining. It was turned out to be a fantastic main event. You feel, Hammer, that maybe Dimachki could be trailing slightly with 1 round to go.
Well, Salisa's put some good scoring on the judges' scorecards with the low kicks, and of course, as I said, the kicks always score higher than punches. So Phil Salisa doing okay. He's weathered the storm, the first round storm that were the hand bombs of Ray Dimachki, and Ray just let it all go in the first. Of course, with that equivalent hand injury, Dimachki in 9 months out of the ring, he's come back looking great. But Salisa and of course James Rosler, they've done their homework and they know what they have to do is cover against the punches and just chop away at the leg, and it's exactly what plan Phillip Salisa is executing perfectly thus far.
Fourth and final round, they touch gloves, and here we go. It's still one fight for the taking. Dimachki with a snappy 1-2. And again, getting good extension on the right hand. Overhand right from Salisa. Dimachki returns the favour, going for the headache maker. And Salisa gets underneath the left hook. Outside fly kick to Dimachki. Salisa again just mirroring him. Tries to counter with the right hand over the top. What a pace they have set here in the final round.
Well, for super heavyweights, I tell you what, then Dimachki, he's got a fan club of about 1,000 people here, I reckon. They're going absolutely bananas, rolling behind him. Will be enough to lift him and take him over through Salisa. But Salisa, just a quiet achiever, just chopping away with those leg kicks under the punches, and is working the plan that Rosler has set quite nice.
All tied up and Bryce breaks both men. You hear the bugle announce 1 minute remaining. A little popping a left hand there and an outside fly kick from Salisa. Headlock from Dimachki. That won't score for him. Dimachki's got to get some shots off here with his hands. You wonder if that right hand, the broken hand, is maybe not re-injured again here. He's not throwing it too much, big Razor Ray. Salisa. Fourth right hand. Leg kick. Half a minute remaining. 3-punch combination from Salisa. Here comes Dimachki. Outside fly kick from Razor Ray Dimachki. This crowd is absolutely deafening here. They are trying to
good heart from both these men. James Rosler very proud of his charge. Phil Salisa, Razor Ray with Kelly safe, and the crew in the corner there. And they certainly let it all go for 3 rounds of non-stop action in this one, the main event. Will it be the kicks of Phil Salisa over the hands of Ray Dimachki? Of course, kicks always score higher than punches. And in this one, it was the low leg attacks of Phil Salisa that will perhaps get him over the line against the returning Ray Dimachki.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to each other's scorecard. Dale Westerman had 38-38. Northern Lou had 39-38. And Mark Corey had 40-39. Your winner by majority points decision.
Here's the minute. What a moment for Phillip Salisa. Main event winner over Razor Ray Dimachki. Fantastic sportsmanship here from Dimachki. What a fight it was. A very active super heavyweight contest. And Salisa is in ecstasy.
That was the tale of the fight. The big bombs of Ray Dimachki, which have disposed of all of his opponents in his previous battles.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, Barry Cale now has got Phillip Salisa.
Phillip, congratulations. Even though you are virtually like a city boy, you're virtually in enemy territory, as they say, you mate. You were just as much surprised with the victory as yourself.
Yeah, I was very humbled by the opportunity to fight Ray. I know the fighter of his caliber, and he's taken us some good fighters, so just stepping in with him has been good. It was hard because he had a lot of crowd support, you can't ignore that. But I just have to thank Ray for the opportunity that he's given me. And happy birthday, James!
Well,